Mark Stick Luke, the first of which is Gridlock. He's got half a minute, plenty of time. Yas almost slipped off that fourth gear. Yas nearly undershot the fifth gear, but he gets through with about 15 seconds. Just gotta get up the chain. Yas carefully up, and he will advance to the second stage, joining Mark. He threw the Gridlock, and the klaxon is sounding. 10 seconds to go. Astronomite gotta go quickly up this chain. He got the dismount, and Astronomite will join Mark and Yas on the second stage. On that third gear, he lands the fourth, gets the fifth, and he's through Gridlock, gets revenge, and now on to the giant chain. He can take his time here, no need to rush up. Klaxon will sound, but Robotic will get through, and he advances to the second. Klaxon sounding, and he's got 5 seconds to get up the chain. Come on, Square. He got it, and he's through Gridlock. One obstacle to go. He's got about 10 seconds. The Klaxon will sound. He gets up the giant chain, and Siku has cleared stage 1 with just under 5 seconds. With that, we wrap up night 1 of season 4. We have 50 competitors take on stage 1 so far. Only 6 have been able to complete all 8 obstacles. Those 6 are Mark Stick Luke, Yas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, Astronomite, Robotic Pie, Square Oswald 09, and Seek Lucian. We'll see our final 50 athletes take on stage 1 next episode. How many of them can join the current field? Find out next time on season 4, Rising Ninja Warrior. We begin night 2, looking to wrap up the first stage. Only 6 of the 50 athletes who ran last episode completed stage 1, but we have a much more veteran field tonight, where we will see competitors like Basebeak, Turtwig, Andrastical, Bowsy Pie, Skillical, and many more. We've got our final 50 runners ready to go, and this course has shown that anyone can go down at any point, especially 2 obstacles that have given our competitors a lot of trouble. That is the spring forward and the highway. With all that being said, let's go down to the start line to continue stage 1. Kicking off night 2 is Dark Henix YT. He's never competed on the course, and rookies have not fared too well on this course so far this season. We'll have to find out if history continues to repeat itself here with this run, and night 2 is underway as he's off onto the roadblock, going very quickly across this first obstacle, and Henix is through into the barrel roll, and he is making his way across. And bit of a late dismount, but he gets through the obstacle regardless and is into the turbine twist. Staying in the middle here. Haven't seen many people try that technique, but it works out for him, and he's into spring forward. This has been the obstacle that has given most competitors more trouble than anything else on this course. And he's on the 3rd bar. One more bar, and then the dismount. He's on the 4th bar. If he gets the dismount, he'll be in a very select group of competitors who have made it through that obstacle, and he's into the aerodynamics. Only one competitor has gone down on this obstacle so far, and Henix goes down on the aerodynamics, the second competitor to fail this obstacle this season. Up next is Jedi Master Cash, who's similar to Henix, is a rookie. He's competing for his first time this season, so we'll have to see how he can do on the course with little to no experience on this competition. And he is off on stage 1, making his way across the roadblock fairly slowly, and he's taken a lot of extra jumps on these wheels. Almost undershot the 3rd one, but he gets through. Now into barrel roll. And he almost overshot the mount, and there he goes. Goes down on the barrel roll. Well, we now jump right into our next run as CRZ6211 is already on the 4th obstacle. He's on a pretty good pace to this point, and he's making quick work of the spring forward. Maybe the toughest obstacle on this course, and he's making it look easy. And CRZ is through with the spring forward and into the aerodynamics. Now we saw Henix go down on this obstacle just moments ago, but CRZ is going to make it through, and he's into the other obstacle that's been really tricky this season, the highway. And he's on the second board, now just the dismount, and CRZ gets it. A rookie on the 7th obstacle, and he's making this course look easy. Takes an extra spin on that 4th gear and lands the dismount. One obstacle to go, the klaxon will sound. Gotta get up the giant chain quickly. He's making his way around, and CRZ comes out of nowhere. What a performance by the rookie, and we'll see him on stage 2. Here comes Oldies with Duran. Oldies making their way into the barrel roll, grabs the second one, and got the dismount. And making their way across spring forward, and now just needs the dismount, and gets through the 4th obstacle. Highway's been really tricky so far. Oldies trying to get through a low jump on that 3rd platform. Gotta be careful, and goes down on the highway. Another competitor trips up. Walking up now is Flatline. First time competing, making their way across the 1st obstacle. Turbine Twist has not tripped up many competitors this season, but a mistimed jump will cost Flatline a chance at stage 2. This competitor is CRGYS 155. Crusher moving quickly across the roadblock. Gotta be careful, and undershoots that 3rd tire. Tried to go too fast, and their first appearance on the course does not go as planned. Walking up now is Rich Squigs. Rich Squigs has competed in many other competitions, but this is their first time running the course, making it across roadblock and through. Bit hung up here on spring forward, but saves it. Going a bit slow on this obstacle, actually pushing it backwards. Not seen that strategy so far, but it's actually working out, and Rich has got it. And Rich Squigs now into highway, being careful. Great timing here, and Rich Squigs gets through. Rich Squigs gotta get up that chain, and he's at the top, and Rich Squigs is the 2nd clear of night 2. Start line now is Valentern. And Valentern, lots of lag here on these first 2 obstacles, now into barrel roll, and slips off the 1st barrel. And that was not the run Valen was likely hoping for there. Well, it's the final runner of this group. It is DRK Jaden Dude. Looking to avenge his friends. The rest of them have all gone down on stage 1, and he's the last hope. Saw Flatline go down here moments ago, and Jaden Dude quickly making work of it, and he's through. Aerodynamics not taking out many competitors so far, and Jaden Dude is right through this obstacle, grabs the rope, and he's got the dismount. Made it further than DRK Chip and DRK Dylan, but he's still looking for a clear, and down he goes on the gridlock. Next up on stage 1 is Jamie Dorino. She's been practicing a lot for this season, and this is her first time running the course. High hopes can be tough to achieve if you set your expectations too high, so we'll have to see how Jamie handles it here. And she is off on stage 1 on the roadblock, and quickly moving across. That practice really paying off on that first obstacle. And now on to barrel roll, going very fast through these first 2 obstacles. And this is her first time competing, but she does not look like a rookie here on this course. And quickly through Turbine Twist, goes through the middle there. And now into the spring forward. This obstacle's been tough for even some of the veterans on this course, but Jamie's making quick work of it. 2 swings on every set, and Jamie's through the spring forward and into aerodynamics, making this course look easy so far. But you gotta be careful not to slip up at any point. Jamie's through aerodynamics. 3 obstacles to go, the first of which is the highway. This has been tricky all season. Jamie quickly getting through, and Jamie got it! Into gridlock, 2 obstacles to go, and half a minute on the clock. Jamie with spectacular pace on this course, and she's through gridlock. 1 obstacle to go. Gotta get up the giant chain, has plenty of time, almost slips off. Jamie somehow saves it and gets through stage 1. Just avoids the klaxon. And Jamie Dorino will be advancing onwards to the 2nd stage. A great run from Jamie. Up now to the start line is TJOJ. They competed last season but went down early on the skyhooks. If they want to make it past that point tonight, they will have to complete the spring forward, which has been even tougher so far than that obstacle was. And TJ is off on the roadblock, making his way across, and TJ is through the first obstacle, in the barrel roll now. This obstacle has not caused too much trouble for the experienced competitors on this course, and it won't cause any for TJ. The turbine twist has taken out a few competitors tonight, but TJ's right through. And this is the obstacle that a lot of people have gone down on. If he makes it past this point, he'll have a new personal best in this competition. TJ is on that 3rd bar. Just got to get this 4th bar in the dismount. And TJ got it. New personal best for TJOJ, and he's now into the aerodynamics. As long as he doesn't trip up here, he's got a chance at the final 3 obstacles, the first of which is highway. This obstacle's taken out a lot of competitors. You cannot rush this obstacle, and TJ goes down! He did exactly what I just said you can't do. He tried to rush, and it cost him. Well, up to the start line now for their first ever run on the course is Supercat. As mentioned a moment ago, this is their first time competing, and they are hoping for a good run here on this course. It's been pretty tough so far this season, and Supercat making their way across the first obstacle, now into the barrel roll. Not been too tricky for most of the competitors so far this season, and it's not an issue for Supercat. Into turbine twist, staying on the outside and quickly moving across. Now for kind of what's been the dividing point on this first stage, spring forward seems to have a good strategy here. And quickly through those first 2 bars, now gonna get to this 4th bar here, taking a few extra swings, and got hung up on that 3rd bar and goes down on the first stage, but a great run from Supercat. Well, following a good rookie attempt from Supercat is another rookie looking for a good start in Flash Private. Flash has ran a few other competitions over the past year or so, but they're generally newer to Roblox Ninja, so we'll have to see if that has an impact on their result here on stage 1 tonight. Flash Private taking a little while to get to the start line and get ready to run, but they are now ready and looking for a good rookie attempt here. And it all starts on the roadblock. Interesting strategy here, and Flash Private not even through 1 obstacle, already down on stage 1. Coming up now to tackle stage 1 is RW the Gamer T. He went down on the gridlock last season and is hoping to get revenge on that obstacle, although he'll have to make it all the way to the 7th obstacle this time instead of the 3rd if he wants to do so. So we'll have to see if he is up to the task, and here he goes. RW the Gamer T making his way across the roadblock. A lot of jumps on the 2nd wheel, but RW gets through and is now into the barrel roll, but took up about 10 seconds on that first obstacle, and a lot of lag on barrel roll, but he manages to get through. Now the 3rd obstacle of stage 1. He went down on this spot last season, and he does again, just like last season. Well, let's take a look at what happened. You see he just mistimes his jump here, trying to go for that 2nd turbine, and it costs him a chance at revenge on the gridlock, and he goes down again.
mean, when I run, I'm always anxious, but I'm just gonna try to do better than I did before. I'm just gonna hope that the pressure of getting to stage 2 doesn't make me sink. I mean, yeah, I've been practicing this course for like the past couple months, so I think I'm very prepared. Those minis gave me a lot of confidence for this, so I'm gonna hopefully transfer that confidence into the actual thing.
Well, you just heard right there from Dragon Master. He's hoping to get back to the second stage. He's very confident in his chances to do so, as he's already quickly through that first obstacle and now through the second. Bit of a low dismount there, but he gets through anyway. Dragon Master, one of the best young competitors in Roblox Ninja. He made it to stage 2 in his first ever run on the competition, and he went down in a disappointing fashion, but he believes that he can go much further if he can get back to that point. And he's already making quick work of spring forward, and he's through. He's onto the aerodynamics. 40 seconds in, he's got about 50 seconds left. Dragon Master, bit of lag here, but he gets through the aerodynamics. 3 obstacles to go, the first of which is highway. This has been tricky tonight, and Dragon Master, a dangerous strategy, but he manages to get through. 2 obstacles to go, and then he's back to where he went down last season. Gridlock's been tricky for a few competitors tonight, and Dragon Master almost slips up, but he's onto the giant chain. Come on, Dragon, get up there, and Dragon Master, back-to-back seasons, makes it to the second stage. And he will join a small field of competitors on the second stage. He's going to get a chance at revenge as he dives into the pool. What a run from Dragon Master. And Draco looking to clear stage 1 for his first time, and he slips off the chain. Unbelievable. Michael 2 obstacles away. Now this tough jump, and Michael goes down on the gridlock. A tough exit. Highway's been tricky tonight. He's going slow and careful. Master looking to get to gridlock, and he goes down on that dismount. Sidbag, a rookie, making his way up the giant chain, and he got it! Sidbag is advancing to the second stage. Onto the highway, gotta be careful here. He's going for a full send and blocks. He goes down just short on that dismount. So far, a spectacular rookie performance out of Lemon. He's got 3 obstacles to go, and he comes up short on a highway. Tough exit for Lemon. And Card on the barrel roll. Oh, bad timing. He mistimed that one, and he comes up short. Well, here comes football enthusiast Ninja CRK. He's competed in nearly every season of the competition, but he's never beaten Stage 1. He failed Rope Reverse in Season 2, and he failed the first obstacle of Stage 1 in Season 3. CRK looking to bounce back with a good performance here tonight, and we've seen some crazy results so far, so who knows what's going to happen as CRK is on the roadblock, and he failed the first obstacle last season, but he's not going to tonight. And CRK now into the barrel roll, and he gets that second barrel. Going slow, he's got a Broncos jersey on, and CRK, another early exit on Stage 1. And you gotta know he's upset right now. Well, next up is one of the most consistent competitors out there. It's V Korakiewicz. He almost never fails Stage 1, and he was the only competitor to clear it in Fukatsu Warrior, and he's looking for his first clear on Rising Ninja Warrior here tonight as he is quickly through the roadblock. One of the best attempts we've seen on that obstacle all season, and he is not slowing down. Korra clearly going for speed, and he's on the turbine twist. Not gonna get too risky here and try and go through the middle on any of those turbines, but he is through the first 3 obstacles with relative ease, and he's only taking 2 swings on each one of these bars. Will he do so for the dismount? He will, and he got it. Korra will advance on to the 5th obstacle, the aerodynamics. This one is tricky if you're not careful, but Korra is careful. He's got maybe the fastest time so far to this point, and he's on the highway. No sign of slowing down. A full send from Korra, and he's through. 2 obstacles to go with half a minute on the clock. Korra not even gonna run into the klaxon. He's got 25 seconds. Quickly up the chain, and Korra shatters the fastest time so far on stage 1. He clears with nearly 21.5 seconds left on the clock. Next up to stage 1 is fan favorite professional advertiser and used car salesman, Not Gavin. He's never competed before on Rising Ninja Warrior, so he is hoping to clear the first stage and also probably promote his competition that is, in all honesty, never going to happen. Not Gavin, also known as Agent Man, has begun his run on stage 1. He's making his way across the roadblock, and he's through the first obstacle and now into barrel roll. And he's got that second barrel. Not Gavin has got the dismount. He's 2 obstacles into stage 1 and now onto turbine twist. And Not Gavin putting up a pretty good performance so far. Bit of an early dismount there, but he gets through. Now the spring forward has been tricky for these rookies so far this season. Not Gavin, a very awkward strategy here. Oh, and he somehow is able to land that 3rd bar. Should have probably gone down there. And he's now just got to get the dismount. Not Gavin, a lot of swing and a late jump, and Not Gavin goes down on spring forward. And he's out on stage 1. Well, up next on stage 1 is NES Ninja 5, another rookie looking for a breakout performance on their first go on the course. We'll have to see if Ness can get past spring forward or highway, though, as almost every rookie has gone down on one of those 2 obstacles. Ness on the roadblock, and seems to have found a good strategy, and Ness is through. And on to barrel roll. Gotta make your way across, and Ness, another good attempt on an obstacle. Yeah, pretty good performance by this rookie so far. Ness making good work of the turbine twist, and he's through. Now spring forward, this one has been brutal so far, and what even happened there? It looks like he mistimed his jump or didn't mean to jump off the trampoline, and he goes down. If we take a closer look, you can see he actually overshot the end of the trampoline, and upon realization tried to go back and save himself, but came up short. That's one of the toughest ways to go out, and just never feels good to have your season end on such a small error. Well, here comes BBog54. He didn't compete last season, but in Season 2, he went down on the very first obstacle of Stage 1. BBog has had over 2 years since then to train for this course and get further than he did last time, so we'll have to see how much progress he's made. BBog makes his way through the first obstacle, unlike he did in Season 2. Already a personal best, so a win for BBog. And he's got some sort of basketball jersey, I don't know which one it is. And he's through the third obstacle, now into spring forward. This one's kind of separated the field so far. Many of the rookies have gone down on this obstacle, but a lot of the veterans have been able to make it through. And BBog not showing any signs of trouble here. A bit of a hang up there on that fourth bar, but he's pretty quickly through that, and now into aerodynamics. B-Bog, uh-oh, gotta be careful on these steps. They will rotate if you don't land in the middle. He gets through it, but a close call there. Now, Highway's been tricky for everyone so far. B-Bog's, oh! B-Bog comes up short on Highway. On stage 1 now is It's Foamy, formerly Foamy Squishy Quack. He failed the floating steps in Season 2 and the skyhooks last season. He's hoping to make it past stage 1 in his third go at the course. And Foamy is off on another roadblock. He failed the first obstacle 2 seasons ago, and he's not going to this time. And now into barrel roll. Not many competitors have struggled with this obstacle, but Foamy comes up short on that transfer to the second barrel, and he goes down on stage 1 again. Well, we're nearing the 80th runner of Season 4, but this is number 79, and it's a rookie named Hammy Rafis. This is her first time competing, and I've never really seen her before on any other competitions, so I'm not quite sure what to expect here, as Hammy is on this first obstacle and makes quick work of it. Good attempt by the rookie on the first obstacle, and now is on to the barrel roll. We've seen Spring Forward and Highway be the 2 obstacles that have challenged most competitors. Spring Forward more so for the rookies, while Highway more so for the veterans. Hammy is about to get a chance at Spring Forward here. Not many rookies have made it past this obstacle. And Hammy, interesting strategy. It's a bit odd, but it seems to be working out for her. And she's on that 4th bar. Taking a lot of time on this obstacle though, and she does get through and is on to aerodynamics and making her way across, staying centered on those steps, and a great job at not letting those steps get out of control. Hammy now into Highway. This obstacle been brutal for every competitor. Hammy's got a good strategy. That 3rd board falling fast, but Hammy gets through. 2 obstacles to go with 20 seconds, the first of which is Gridlock. She is taking her time, and this could come down to the wire. 10 seconds to go, the klaxon sounding. Hammy quickly getting up the chain, and Hammy Rafis, the rookie, will advance to the 2nd stage. A spectacular performance out of a run where I had absolutely no idea what to expect. And we will be seeing her on the 2nd stage. And crushed on to Spring Forward. On that 3rd bar, he's got a very good strategy on this obstacle. Now just the dismount to go, and he undershoots. Rookie run, looking to get past Highway. He is struggling to get this board balanced. Oh my goodness! Lotan, goes down on the dismount. That would have been a spectacular save. Braves looking to be another rookie to get to the 2nd stage. Got the dismount. And Braves 13 fan will be headed to stage 2. Cheese does voiceovers for SASUKE Dynamite. He's yet another rookie on this course. Cheese, undershoots that dismount of Spring Forward. Raptors competed in every season of the course. He only cleared stage 1 in season 1. He's looking to get back to the 2nd stage, and Kraft goes down at the end of Gridlock. He was almost there, but he comes up short. across spring forward. Sasha has run almost every season of the competition. And, oh, a slip up at the end of the obstacle. Galactic trying to punch his ticket to the second stage in his rookie season. Gotta get up that chain, and Galactic advances to the second stage. Former host of Robloxian, SASUKE, Fragile, making his way across spring forward. He's got a very good strategy on this obstacle. Tries to one swing that transition, and he goes down on the dismount. He went further on the one swing. Well, up now to the start line is a very well-known competitor. It's So Whatever Dude, former host of Dude Warrior, which lasted all the way until the year 2020, where it was canceled. He also went down on Skyhooks last season on Stage 1, looking for his first Stage 2 appearance this season. He's got fellow competitor and friend Fortunate Azop 09, who went down on Stage 1 last night on the sideline cheering him on, and he is quickly through these first two obstacles. Bit of a low dismount on barrel roll, but he gets through. Turbine Twist not caused much trouble for any of the experienced competitors this season, and neither has this obstacle. Spring forward been a real tough challenge for a lot of the rookies, but many of the veterans have pretty much gone right through this obstacle without much trouble, and that seems to be ringing true once again for So, as he is right through spring forward into aerodynamics. Got about 45 seconds left on the clock. So, oh, that fourth step turns a bit, but he gets onto the rope. And now for highway. This obstacle has been brutal this season, replacing the warped wall, which only took out one competitor last year. So gets through highway. Two obstacles to go, the first of which is gridlock. He beat this obstacle last season, and he's looking to beat it again, and he does. A little over 15 seconds to climb this chain. He might just avoid the klaxon. No, he's gonna get it for about a second, and So Whatever Dude will be advancing to the second stage for the first time in his career. A spectacular run out of a competitor who has plenty of experience in Roblox Ninja. Well, entering now is veteran Ganail Dog, host of Dog Ninja Warrior, which is currently in a bit of a hiatus. He most importantly made it to the Diamond Dash on Stage 2 last season. And in terms of obstacles that could give him a bit of trouble this season, the highway, a very similar obstacle that could be a little trouble for him. If he wants to make it back to Diamond Dash, he'll of course have to make it past the first stage. 16 of our 88 competitors have done that, and Ganail looking to be the 17th. As he is quickly through the first obstacle. Ganail Dog, lots of experience in Roblox Ninja. He is a very skilled competitor on the course and off the course, whether it be behind the booth as well, hosting his competition. He is making quick work, goes through the middle in that third turbine. Not seen many competitors do that so far this season. It is much quicker and save about a second of time. As Ganail Dog, great strategy on spring forward so far. Lots of the veterans on this course have not had too much trouble with this obstacle. And Ganail, a high arc on that dismount, but he gets through and is into aerodynamics. He's got about 40 seconds left on the clock as he grabs the rope. None of those steps spin whatsoever. And now this obstacle. He's got to be a bit worried about this obstacle. Ooh, close call on that second spinner. Now the dismount, and Ganail undershoots. Just like Diamond Dash last season, comes up short on the dismount. Well, when we take a look at what happened, you see Ganail got low on that first board. It went up a little too high, and he did not wait for it to collapse back down. Jumped a little too early and came up just ever so slightly short on that dismount. A tough exit for Ganail Dog. Well, next up is another very experienced competitor. It's Robin. Although she did have a very early exit last season, going down on the gridlock, she's hoping to get her revenge on that obstacle here tonight on a first stage that has had some wild results. These first 89 runs have certainly proved that anything can happen this season, as Robin is off on the roadblock, taking a couple jumps, being very careful, not really rushing, and Robin is through the first obstacle and into the barrel roll. And she is quickly through the first two obstacles. Turbine twist not caused many problems for much of anyone other than a couple rookies. And Robin is right through the third obstacle. Spring forward also not been too difficult for competitors outside of the rookies. And Robin seems to have found a good strategy, just like many of the veterans have this season. Just needs the dismount that's been a bit tricky this season, but Robin has no trouble. And she is now into aerodynamics and making her way across these steps. Oh, it spun on her! And Robin slips off that fourth step and goes down on the fifth obstacle. Blue Tide's RBLX has been competing since the very start. He's ran in every season of the competition, and he's expanded his talents to his own course, which is nearly upon its 20th tournament. Blue went down in embarrassing fashion last season on the first obstacle of Stage 1, and now he is looking to return to his former glory from Season 2 by making it back to the second stage. It will be no easy task for Blue Tides, but he's done it before. Can he do it again? Let's go down to the start line to find out. Blue running for his fourth time. He's made it to Stage 3 once in his career, back in Season 2. Otherwise, he's gone down on Stage 1, and he's hoping that he does not repeat that fate once again. And he's about to complete the first obstacle, and he's through. Already a better result than he had last season. Blue grabs that second barrel. Gotta ride it to the dismount, and he's through. And now Turbine Twist, not been a challenge for much of these competitors tonight, especially not the veterans, but Blue Tides got a bit hung up there on that second spinner. Gets on the third, and he's through the obstacle, but he wasted a lot of time. Let's see if he can make it up here on these next couple obstacles. Spring forward, a chance to make up some time if you go fast. And Blue seems to have a good strategy on this obstacle. He's moving quickly across. 2 swings on every bar, 3 on the dismount, and he got it. And he's now into aerodynamics, a version of an obstacle that took him out last season. And Blue Tides will not suffer the same fate. He is past the aerodynamics and now into highway. This obstacle's been a challenge for everybody this season. Blue Tide's making his way across well, and he undershoots the dismount. Blue once again goes out on Stage 1, and his friend Yas, who's advancing to Stage 2, chasing him down. Perfuji, one of the most experienced people out there, earlier this year won Ascension. He's been competing for at least 5 years now, so lots of practice under his belt. Still hasn't cleared this course though. He's tried twice and he failed in both attempts, looking to break that streak here tonight. 16 people have advanced to the second stage. Grant looking to join them as he is going fast on these first 2 obstacles, goes backwards onto that swinging handle and making his way across the turbine twist. And he is quickly through the first 3 obstacles. Perfuji on to spring forward, an obstacle that's not really been a problem for the experienced competitors, and Grant, certainly one of the most experienced competitors running this season, and he's not really having any trouble in this obstacle so far, and he's through. Perfuji on to the 5th obstacle. Aerodynamics. Gotta stay centered on these steps, and he does. Grabs the rope, and he's onto the highway. Now this obstacle been brutal this season. Perfuji looking to get through, and he does it. 2 obstacles to go. He is 2 obstacles away from a shot at stage 2. 20 seconds on the clock. It's going to be close as he's struggling on the gridlock but gets through. 15 seconds to climb this chain. Come on, Grant. Gets up, klaxon sounding, but it won't matter. Perfuji advances to the second stage for the first time in his Rising Ninja Warrior career. Tobiz has been around since the start of Roblox Ninja.
Bells are whistling. I don't hear any bells, but he's got 4 seconds left. Come on, Tobiz! Holy shit! He's done it! Oh my gosh! Tobiz, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has done it! He's become the 8th competitor ever to complete the 4th stage. He's the first to do it since Tournament 10. Oh my gosh, he's done it!
Tobiz hoping to end this season just like that, and he's also looking to add another win to his historic career. Well, Tobiz looking for revenge on the 7th obstacle, the gridlock. It's where he went down last season. And Tobiz making his way across the roadblock. He's right through and into barrel roll. Tobiz not a competitor that really likes to go for speed, but he is very, very good at making his way through the course. Never really has trouble with time. And this obstacle he actually created the original concept for. You'd think if anybody'd know how to beat this obstacle, it'd be him, and he is right through. And into the obstacle that has really been no challenge for the veterans. Spring forward. This obstacle was brutal for the rookies, and has not taken out really any of the veteran competitors, and Tobiz right through, and he's showing no sign of slowing down as he's into aerodynamics. He beat the other version of this obstacle last season, and he doesn't even let those steps spin whatsoever. Tobiz with 3 obstacles to go, the first of which is highway, and he's actually going very slow, almost undershot that second platform. The dismount's been trouble, but Tobiz gets through. Now a shot at revenge. He has struggled mightily with this obstacle, and he is almost down on it again, but he gets through, and he's on the giant chain. Gotta get up. He's gonna hit the klaxon, but Tobiz will clear the first stage. Hits the button, and he is 1 step closer to reaching his former glory, and we will see him on the second stage. A bit of celebration for Tobiz as he got his revenge, and he's gonna spin into the pool. What a run. Nebula Deception, or Shadow, has been a builder and skilled competitor for the last couple of years.
And he begins his climb. Shadow Miles XC is rocketing up the salmon ladder at an impressive speed. 35 seconds remaining as he's getting ready to transition onto the hyper salmon ladder. He is at the top of the spider climb and he makes it. Second obstacle. 28 seconds remaining as he makes it. As he's rocketing up the rungs. No signs of slowing. 22 seconds left. Shadow Miles XC can do this. He stumbles, but he can still do this. 17 seconds left as he transitions onto the skyline rope. 14 seconds left. 13. Shadow Mouse XC, the Clapton is sounding, but Shadow Mouse XC, can he do it? Can he win it all? Yes! Yes! He's done it. Shadow Mouse XC is the 6th ever Blue Ninja Warrior champion. Shadow has completely demolished this entire course. He has won it all.
He's achieved glory before, but in Rising Ninja Warrior, he's never even made it past stage 1. Can he finally break the streak, or will he fall short once again?
Really depends. It's just my only goal is to get past stage 1, so I can really prove myself. Any other result, I'm satisfied with.
Well, you heard from Shadow. He will be happy as long as he clears stage 1. He ran in seasons 1 and 2, and he went down on the coin flip, and then he went down on rope reverse in season 2. He's currently on the barrel roll. He's never made it through the first stage. He believes this is his best opportunity. Didn't run last season, so we'll have to see how much that affects his run, although it does not look to be affecting it at all so far. Shadow is going right through these first couple obstacles. He actually created the spring forward for this competition, so obviously he's going to be better than anybody else at that obstacle, and he's right through. On to aerodynamics, he has got a perfect time so far, 50 seconds left as he's onto the rope. And Shadow now into highway, and he goes a little low there. Shadow right through highway, no trouble whatsoever. Now for gridlock. Gave a lot of competitors some trouble last season, but not so much this time around. And Shadow, with 25 seconds on the clock, just got to get up the chain. No signs of slowing down, and Shadow, for the first time in his career, has advanced past the first stage. He will be moving on, and we will see him on stage 2.
He's on. Here we go. Lands the first jump. These get progressively smaller the further you go. Come on. Lands the second. Come on. Bowsy Pie. A few jumps away from a chance at total victory and 2,000 Robux. Here we go. This is it. This is it. Yes, he can. Bowsy Pie has just advanced.
Bowsy Pie came up 2 obstacles short of the final stage in Season 2, but went down on Stage 2 last time around. Can Bowsy Pie get back up to the high ground, or will he fall short once again? Bowsy Pie has never gone down on Stage 1 in his career. Made it to Window Hang on Stage 3 in Season 2, and Roulette Row on Stage 2 in Season 3, and he's off on Stage 1 in Season 4. Bowsy Pie quickly across the roadblock and onto Barrel Roll. He's got a crowd in the background with competitors such as DJ Dilly and It's Turtwig 1, who will be running later tonight. Bowsy Pie on Turbine Twist. Got a good strategy and he's through. Bowsy Pie consistent on Stage 1. His strong point is actually the 3rd stage. So if he can get there, he feels very confident in his ability to maybe reach the final stage, or at least get past the cliffhanger. Bowsy Pie is through spring forward and into aerodynamics. This obstacle not caused really any trouble this season, and Bowsy Pie is right through on the rope, and he got it. Bowsy Pie onto highway. This obstacle been the trickiest on Stage 1, and he shows no sign of trouble. 30 seconds left for Bowsy Pie. He's on gridlock, beat this obstacle last season, and he beats it again. Bowsy Pie, 20 seconds to get up the chain. He's got plenty of time. He's right up, and Bowsy Pie will be headed back to Stage 2 for his 3rd consecutive season. And he keeps his perfect streak alive, advancing back to the 2nd stage. And Bowsy Pie continues his quest to reach the final stage. Skillicle has competed in every season of the competition, failing Stage 1 in Season 1, Stage 2 in Season 2, and Stage 3 in Season 3. He's hoping to get back to the 3rd stage once again this season, as he went down in disappointing fashion last year on the Window Hang. Skillicle has been practicing for the last year, and he has got a huge crowd cheering him on in the background. Skillicle onto the barrel roll. And he's making his way through. Skillicle got the dismount, and he's into Turbine Twist. This obstacle not caused much trouble for most competitors so far, and it's not going to seem to cause any for Skillicle. And now Skill onto the spring forward. This obstacle been no trouble for the veterans, and Skillicle, one of the most experienced competitors in this competition. He is great at Stage 1. Skillicle moving across the aerodynamics now. He's got about 45 seconds left on the clock. Good on time. Skill grabs the rope, and he got the dismount. 3 obstacles to go, the first of which is the highway, which has been brutal tonight. Highway not gonna take out Skillicle. Skill with 2 obstacles left. Gridlock the first. He beat this last season, and he's gonna beat it again One obstacle to go in 20 seconds. Skillical is gonna clear stage 1, and oh no! Unbelievable! What even happened there? Skillical goes down short at the end of stage 1. Well, this exact thing actually happened last season to Yu-Chan, who also missed the dismount of Giant Chain. The only difference is that while Yu-Chan slipped off, Skill undershot the dismount and slid down the side of the wall. That might be the most heartbreaking way to go out. He was less than one stud away from returning to stage 2. Skillical is gonna clear stage 1, and oh no! Currently on the course is Longshot Arrow 77. He made it to the ultimate cliffhanger last season, tying with Basepeak for 3rd place, and he is making his way across Spring Ford. And he is through. Got the dismount, and on to Aerodynamics. He's got Nebula Deception, also known as Shadow, cheering him on in the background. And Long, a near trip up on that 4th step, but he gets through. Longshot with 35 seconds left here on the highway, and he's taking his time, and he just got the dismount. Close call for Longshot. And now with 2 obstacles to go, making his way across Gridlock, and he got it. 20 seconds to go into the Giant Chain. Plenty of time for Long, and he's gonna take his time getting up the chain, and unlike Skillical, makes the dismount, and Longshot will head to the 2nd stage once again, making it back for the 3rd consecutive season.
Gong sounds. He is on this final stage, and he's off. This is that first set just fine. Second set, getting into that 3rd set. Oh, falls on that 1st set again. Not good. Makes the same mistake. Can he make it up? Makes it back up. He's speeding through. All he has to do is continue that speed up as under the treehouse section. Very decent pace. Might be able to recover that lost time. We don't know. But he's continuing to climb up. Come on, Andrestical, you can do it. Now he's under the vines. These are a tough part. Oh, having a good technique here, swinging through the bottom. Really speeding up his process. He's recovering that time. All he needs to get through is that final vine. Now he's on the ladders. He has well over 10 seconds left. Will he be able to complete it? Yes, he can. As long as he doesn't slip up, he climbs up, and he hits the buzzer, and Andrastical.
I kind of expect to finish, just because I did in one of the minis, and like you said, I did it like twice in a row, so I really hope to, but I don't necessarily expect to.
Andrastical went down on Caution Ring last season, and he set his sights on revenge. Andrastical looking to cement his legacy this season, and his journey begins now on stage 1. Well, you know that Andrastical is certainly aiming for that fastest time, currently being held by V. Cora Kiwix with a time of 68.49 seconds. And Andrastical is off. He is going to rush through this course. And he's on to barrel roll. Andrastical is through the barrel roll, and he is now in the turbine twist. We haven't seen any competitors rush this obstacle so far this season, but Andrastical goes right through the middle. He is going for that fastest time. Although he's taking 2 swings on each of these bars, we've seen some competitors only need to take 1. But Andrastical being careful, he got through. He's on to Aerodynamics with a great time. Andrastical grabs the rope, and he is through Aerodynamics. 45 seconds left going into the highway. Andrastical on pace for the fastest time. And he has got the dismount of highway. 2 obstacles to go, the first of which is Gridlock. He beat this obstacle last season on his trip to stage 2, and he got it. This is going to come down to the wire. 5 seconds. And Andrastical, did he get it? It's so close. He got it. By just a couple milliseconds, Andrastical takes the fastest time. And these competitors are crushing the course.
I'm not really that confident in making it all the way back to that point, and there is a lot of extra pressure since I did better last season.
Well, Turtwig hit 2 buzzers in his rookie season, and he's been long awaiting a chance to avenge his failure on the ultimate cliffhanger a year ago, although he has not had as much time to practice the course this time around. We are about to see how much of an effect that will have on him this season. Turtwig has been waiting at least a year for a chance to shine once again. Can he rise to the occasion? Turtwig looking for his third career buzzer in his second season competing. He could possibly be a star in the making here, and he is off on Roadblock. Turtwig making his way across, and he's once again through the first obstacle. Turtwig, a young career, but he has already made plenty of accomplishments that some of the experienced competitors have not. And he's on the turbine twist. Turtwig not going with a super fast pace so far, but he is making his way through the course well. Turtwig now into spring forward. This obstacle been no challenge to the veterans, and it doesn't look to be any challenge to Turtwig whatsoever. Got the dismount, and he's into aerodynamics halfway through the course with 50 seconds to go. And Turtwig quickly through aerodynamics. Grabs the rope and he got the dismount. 3 obstacles to go, first of which is highway. An obstacle that has been difficult for everyone, or at least the majority of the competitors, and Turtwig nearly goes down. A near slip up, but he saves it and is into gridlock. And he beat this obstacle last season, and he makes it look easy right there. Turtwig 1 obstacle away from his third buzzer, and he got the dismount, and Turtwig once again advancing to the second stage. For his second consecutive season, Turtwig has a chance to make it back to the third stage. Well, our final competitor this season to take on Stage 1 is Season 2 champion Basebeak. He tied for 3rd place last season, going down on the ultimate cliffhanger, but this time around he is looking to return back to the top of the tower and relive his glory once again. Basebeak might actually try for the fastest time this season, as he said he wants to beat Andrastical more than anything else. Basebeak, maybe the best competitor in this competition. It is certainly a contest between him and Andrastical for that top spot, and he is off. Basebeak, a perfect streak on Stage 1, and he has never gone down before the 3rd stage in this competition. Made it to the top of the tower in his rookie season, and then went down on Stage 3 last time around, but he's never failed Stage 1 or 2. Basebeak, bit of lag here on the turbine twist, but he gets through. And now on to Spring Forward, an obstacle that has not challenged the veterans, and Basebeak, one of the most experienced competitors, at least on this competition, and he is having no trouble. He's not going to be able to beat Andrastical's time at this pace, but Basebeak gets the dismount, and he's halfway through the course with 45 seconds to go. Basebeak making his way across the aerodynamics, and a near slip up on that 4th step. We've seen a couple competitors almost do that tonight. And Basebeak with 3 obstacles to go, now into highway. This one's caused some problems, but it's not going to cause any for Basebeak as he's into gridlock. He took down this obstacle last season, and he is going to make it look easy this time around. 1 obstacle to go. Basebeak got to climb up the chain, and he is headed back to the 2nd stage for the 3rd consecutive time. Basebeak's perfect streak stays alive, and he will be headed to the 2nd stage once again. At the end of Night 2, we end Stage 1 with 24 competitors who will advance to Stage 2. We start with the 6 who advanced in Night 1, Mark, Yas, Astronomite, Robotic Pie, Square Oswallow 9, and Seekolution. Followed by CRZ6211, Rich Squigs, Jami Dorino, Dragon Master 0629, Sid Bag 1, and VCore Kiwix, who came up 0.03 seconds away from the fastest time. Our next group consists of Hammy Rafis, Braves 13 Fan, Galactic Says Hi, So Whatever Dude, Perfuji, and Roblox Ninja Legend, Tobiz12345. Lastly, our final group contains the best of the best, including Nebula Deception, Bowsy Pie, Longshot Arrow 77, and Drastical, who claims the fastest time on Stage 1 this season, It's Turtwig 1, and lastly, Season 2's champion, Basebeak. These 24 competitors will get their shot at the rest of the course in Season 4 of Rising Ninja Warrior. We are down to our last 24 athletes on the second stage. This second stage has been brutal so far. 7 in a row have gone down. Could we see our first final? Uh-oh, gotta be careful. Long jump. Can anyone complete this cliffhanger? And he goes for it. Gotta get a lot of swing here. Trying to be the first. That may be the closest call I've ever seen.